Hey there everyone, this is Eric from OUTER LIMITLESS coming at you today with another EDC video. Today I'm going to talk about my current EDC carry bag. This is the Direct Action Dragon Egg. In some of my prior videos I discussed my carry contents. I also discussed a shoulder bag, the Maxpedition Mongo, and a sling bag, the Maxpedition Sitka. Now at this point I'm going to the backpack simply because I wanted to mix things up. Not because I feel like one really has some benefit over the other, or because, I'm really changing my style. I just kind of wanted to mix it up. I'd carried those other bags for about a year and a half combined, and got to the point where I was watching reviews on this particular bag from other gear reviewers that were really giving it praise, and it kind of caught my eye, and I thought, what the heck, I'd like to give it a try too. I think this time, since we're talking about a backpack, maybe I'll focus on the straps in the back of the bag. This bag is actually extremely comfortable. It has some really nice contoured straps that fit my body perfect. Different bags fit differently, and for me, this is just about right. It's a good mix between tactical, comfort, a little bit low-key. It's actually a great mix. The back of the bag has really nice padding, and this is what caught my attention. You can almost see the ribs and the ventilation and how raised these panels are to create a nice channel where airflow can really get to your back. Now, I've never really used this seriously hiking. It's an EDC bag for me. I carry it with my gear in it. I take it into my truck, I take it into work, and I bring it back into my house. That's about it. However, part of the reason for me switching to a backpack is so that I can quickly remove my EDC gear and get this thing set up for a nice day hike or outing with my family, so I can carry all the stuff that I need for both myself, for my kids, and for my wife. And I think this is just about the perfect size. So that's why I got this bag, and I've been giving it a run now for about 6 months, and I figured I'd just talk to you a little bit about what it's done for me and what my recommendations are. Now, before I go too far into the contents, I'd like to take a minute to talk about the quality. The quality of this bag is absolutely excellent. I love it. It's nice materials. You're getting the Cordura nylon, and it's going to be a durable product, so you don't really need to question that. The zippers are really nice. I actually really do like the way they've done this. It's almost like a shrink tube over a piece of paracord with a nice pull. These are really easy to get to. They move great. They slide easy. And these zippers, the more you use them, the easier they get to open up. But really nice features, nice durability. The exterior of the bag looks great, super durable, and I really can't complain a single bit about it. Now, I just got done saying I can't complain a bit about it, but there is just one single gripe that I have, and it's the buckles. Now, these are supposedly Duraflex buckles, but if you look at the name on them, they say Wu Jin. Now, I don't know if these are the typical Duraflex buckles or if there's a difference between the Wu Jin buckles and other Duraflex buckles, but hang on real quick, I'll buckle this up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here's a Duraflex buckle from my Maxpedition Sitka. I shake that around. What do you hear? Basically nothing. You hear the fabric pushing around, but that's about it. Well, let's take a look at these Wu Jin buckles on the Dragon Egg. Here's the same buckle I was just showing you. Listen to that. Now, the amount of noise that comes off of these buckles actually caught my attention instantaneously when I got this bag. And it's a shame too, because look at the detail that they put into this, even putting the logo right on the buckle. So they had the right idea. I feel like they had the right type of buckles. I think they just got the wrong brand. So if I had any single complaint about this bag, this is the only place I would criticize. I mean, so many of the features that they got right. They got the laser cut Moly, which I was skeptical at first. I really had my second thoughts about it, and I didn't know how durable it would be. Now, take it from my experience, this stuff is tough. It's really thick nylon, laser cut. It's real easy to use and real easy to thread pouches through, and they go in no problem. They're at appropriate spacing like most Moly would be. So this has actually been a real nice feature. I like how low profile it is. I think it's an acquired taste in a way. You either like it or you don't. For me personally, at first I didn't like it, but I'm totally warming up to this, and I think it's pretty sweet. Such a simple little feature that I've never really seen on other bags, but these loops here are really cool. It gives you some excellent lashing points. And what they did was there's loops on this piece of nylon, and then these pieces of nylon become loops themselves. So for every two of the smaller loops, you get one larger loop. And so you have one there, you have one here, and you have one here. And it's the same for both sides of the bag. So pretty neat, gives you options for setup and different things you can do to set this bag up the way you want. You'll notice that it gives you the ability to pass your straps through in a nice clean manner underneath those loops. Looks pretty cool, definite functionality. Here's those same two patches that I've been showing on my other bags, my other systems. So that's all I have for patches. It's what I carry, it's what I like right now. And so that's what I have on my bag. You hear me saying that there's only one thing on this bag I can complain about, and you know, I've done that on a number of videos, thinking how great something is, and the more I think about it, the more I realize that there are flaws that drive me crazy, but you know, just because I like a product so much, I tend to overlook it. But now that I'm being really critical, I'm thinking about it, and I'm trying to explain it to you, I realize there's another flaw that kind of drives me nuts. I've talked about this before. It's my Guy Out Designs stainless steel canteen. I carry it with me every day. I have a couple of them, and you know, I bring my coffee or water or whatever, and I carry it in my bag. And so you might notice, if I get you some details here, catch the light right, see if I can zoom in for you. I got some substantial dents. Some there, some down there. Now, does this affect the functionality of the canteen? No, not at all. Does it look like crap? Yeah, sure. Do I care? No, not really. But you know what I do care about? The fact that this thing continuously falls out of my bag. That's what I care about. And it's kind of a problem. The side of the bag has two of these pockets. It's an amazingly smart design, but unfortunately it just doesn't work for my canteen. So maybe that's my own fault. Maybe I need to get a different canteen. But again, like everything else, you know, that costs more money, and this is what I have and this is what I use. So I want to use it with my system. And so let me show you the flaw. Now, this is nice to have this buckle here. It allows you to tie anything you need to tight to the bag. Here's the side pocket, which does have some of the laser cut Moly, which I'm a big fan of. And at this point, this pocket is somewhat unlike other pockets on most other bags, and one of the great features about it. However, there's a piece of Velcro that holds it shut. This pocket isn't quite big enough at this point to fit this canteen in. You'll see it's snug and it's binding up. So what it does have, which is really great, and I think a feature that more bags should use, is this zipper design. It has an expandable pocket, which now makes it big enough to accept my canteen. Canteen goes in there, fits pretty good, but it doesn't fit in terribly deep. And I think that's where my flaw comes in. So even if I try to force this down, that's about as far as it can go. Now I can use this strap to tie the canteen on tighter. You know, I can clip this buckle and I can pull this shut, and I can try to really strap this thing down, but I don't know, that's a little bit unnecessary to me. A little bit crazy to be doing that. It is what it is. I need to accept it. However, all the time I whack the bottom of the bag or something, and just by doing that, the canteen slides up and pops out, and it falls on the ground and I get a new dent. So that is a flaw. Kind of bugs me. I don't know. Is it the end of the world? No. Could I do something about it? Probably. I could get another Canteen of sorts, but at the same time, I just really want my stuff to work. This paracord handle is awesome. Definitely cool. I like it. It's comfortable. It's durable. It's sturdy. It feels great. It looks great. Awesome addition. There's a small zippered pocket right on the front of the bag. This for me is just where I keep the simple items that I need to get to quickly. Gum, little stash of money, some little notes that I have, the lighter that just fell out, my dental floss, a little bit of medicine, the second lighter that I don't really need because I actually already have one in my pocket and now I have two in my bag, and some chapstick. It is a felt-lined pocket. Now, I don't believe in throwing sunglasses in a bag without being in a case, so I've never really used it for my glasses. I guess the idea is that you're not going to scratch them, but I feel like I could potentially crush them, and this would not help with that. So I do not use this for sunglasses, but to have a nice felt-lined pocket is actually a bonus. Now, the rest of this bag is where it really starts to work out well for me. Carries my stuff in a style that I like, in a fashion that I like, and in a very accessible manner, fitting the items that are the perfect size for me and the types of things that I'm doing on a daily basis. So, this next pouch here is mighty nice. I'll just zip it down all the way, and it does have zippers that go pretty far down the bag, so you can get this thing wide open, which is great. And for me, this is a Maxpedition organizer that actually I connect using just a very small piece of Velcro. It's actually made to hold this flap. I'll peel this off real quick and just slide this out. Actually, let me get this out of the way. There's a keeper. I just tie on my extra keys, the things I don't need to carry in my pocket. Get those out of the way. And here's that Maxpedition organizer. I'll just slip it out. Here you go. You've seen it before in my other videos. It has a hook and loop field on the back. And that's all I need to do is just attach that little bit of Velcro right there to the back of the pouch. It holds it exactly where I need to. Now, if I didn't have a pouch in there, this is a substantially deep pocket. I actually have a pair of scissors in there too. But, I mean, that is a substantially deep pocket. It goes just about, I'd say 4/5 of the way to the bottom of the bag. It's a nice size. So I actually, in reality, don't use the bottom, I'd say half of this pocket. I pretty much only use the top half with the stuff that I'm carrying, but that's fine. It actually buys me more space lower in the bag where I need it. The next part of the bag, which is actually setting this apart from some of the Maxpedition bags that I've carried, is just this little bit of admin pocket style setup. And for me, it just so happened that the items that I carry fit this absolutely perfect. This little mesh pocket, and I'm not going to completely empty it out, but it just holds some of the little knick-knacky kind of things that I need to keep together. So it's nice where I don't have a big floppy pouch. I can just put these in this mesh pouch. It's an adequate size to hold those items. Down in front of that, pull out a pad of paper, and it's a nice size pocket that's actually just about as deep as the one behind it. And this allows me to put some further items in there, and that's another reason why me not filling up this pocket works out well, because I do still have the space where these overlap on top of each other to get some items down in there. Couple of pens fit in well, perfect, no problem. And then I have my battery packs, just my portable power bank, which I use to charge my cell phone, and then a Maxpedition pouch that has some rechargeable batteries. It's one of those things that frustrates me to not have batteries. I always need AA's and AAA's, so to have a full set of AA's and AAA's handy always comes into play. You never know when you're going to need them. It's just surprising when that option comes up and you go, hey, you know what? I got these batteries. Everybody else is stuck. They can't do what they need to do. And you go, ha ha, I have what I need. Part of the reason for this bag being called the dragon egg is the shape. So that comes into play at the bottom of the bag, where it actually bows out a little bit and buys you some additional room down inside this front pocket. So this is where I carry my field book and a Maxpedition case. It just slips right down inside. Now there's tons of room. You could actually expand this pocket, really fit some really substantial items in there. I mean, I could throw my 32-ounce Canteen in there. It would fit fine. Maybe I should learn some lessons and not carry them in the side pocket. Maybe I should carry it down here. Fits in there no problem, would zipper up with ease. It's actually a very, very usable space. Well designed. Great job. Attached to the front flap of the bag, you have a nice size mesh pocket. This is just where I keep my backup money. I have my credit cards that I don't need to carry in my wallet, as well as my checkbook. I just keep these just in case for some reason the credit card that I use or my debit card gets compromised. At least I have another means of money with me, and it leaves me versatile and flexible. The main compartment of the bag is very nice in size. Excellent zipper, nice zipper pull, same as the rest of the bag. Opens up with ease and provides me with perfect flexibility and versatility for the system that I carry. Now you'll notice inside I have quite a bit of stuff going on here. I'll explain it in detail in just a minute, but before I do, I think I'd just talk real briefly about what you see in the back of the bag. Now this is a large pocket capable of handling a hydration bladder. It has a clip that allows you to connect it at the top. I don't really use that. I haven't yet. I intend on it. I haven't tried it yet. I do intend on it. But, you know, that would do a nice job of holding a hydration bladder and keeping it in the vertical position without it sagging down to the bottom. It's actually pretty cool. I never really fully noticed that, but here's your Dragon Egg backpack. Modular lightweight carrying equipment. Pretty cool, looks neat, little militaristic looking. Nice little detail. So what exactly is going on in this bag? Now I have this set up so that I can remove some of my larger items with ease if I want to turn this into a hiking backpack. So I got this panel insert, I believe it's 511, and it has a little handle, and I can just pull out this whole piece of the kit, and now the entire main compartment of my backpack, and I know the light is not great, I apologize, but the inside of my bag now is completely empty. So just maintaining some of the smaller EDC items that I carry in the front of the bag, by removing this big behemoth pouch, bam, I'm just on my way doing what I need to do, and I don't need to rip my bag into a million pieces. When I get back home, I just need to take this pouch and this panel insert and slide it right back into the bag, and I'm good to go with my EDC system. So that's actually been a pretty cool item for me. I'll probably do a real quick review on that item alone in a future date so that you can see the size of that panel, what it can hold, and how it might work for you inserting it into a bag similar to the Dragon Egg. Really quick, without going into too much detail, you'll notice that I have my toolkit that I've set up. I've shown it in other videos. I have my admin pouch here that has some of my regularly used, can't even say that word, regularly used items. Flashlight, Leatherman in here, different bits. I have my Mora knife and my work flashlight, as well as my Maxpedition cocoon pouch that has some of my cables for charging and connecting my phone and other devices. As if this bag hasn't had enough features yet, the back of the bag actually has another full-size pocket. It's massive, and it fills the entire back of the bag. Now it provides an additional hydration bladder sleeve, as well as a padded sleeve for maybe a laptop or another tablet device. Now I found that I do tend to carry my papers here because I can get them in here without needing to fold them. It will fit a full manila folder, it'll fit a laptop, it'll fit a tablet. It's a very nice place to keep something flat, and obviously something flat is ideal because it does sit against your back. I've never tried to carry a hydration bladder in this particular sleeve nor in the bag, but at some point I will give it a try. Finally, worth noting, I think, is two final things. One is that there is a series of 2 straps on the bottom of the bag as well as a drainage hole. I think that's just a great feature. If you're going to use it or not, at some point in time you're going to want to have straps on the bottom of the bag, and so it's nice that they're there. Now of course that adds 2 more clicky buckles that are going to click like crazy, and you're going to go, what the hell is all that noise, the first time you put on your backpack, and it will be those buckles that catch your attention. But point being, they're there and it's nice. You do at least have these Velcro keepers that are keeping your straps at bay. It's on every single strap on this entire bag. Really great feature. I love it. Works out pretty well. And I found that I do prefer this over some of my other bags simply because it keeps the bag nice and tidy. And the last point I was going to make to you is that this does have a waist strap and a chest strap. So the waist strap, I don't really use it right now because this is an EDC carry. However, the couple of times that I've gone on little light day missions and I did carry this bag, I put the belt on it so that I would hold it tight against my waist, and this bag really rides nice. I mean, it does feel excellent on your back. I love the raised padding. It feels really cool. It's a neat design, well-built bag. Really looks great. I love the color. This is, I don't know what they call it. I don't know, maybe it's just an OD green or a foliage type of thing. It's kind of in between, but I really enjoy the color. I love the shape. I love the size. And I'm pretty impressed at this company for one of their first bags coming out. I think they might have 3 or maybe 4. I haven't looked into it. I should probably follow up and check it out. But yeah, I'm impressed. I like it. It's been comfortable, and I think I will likely carry this for a good amount of time to come. So that's it for now. I'm going to wrap this thing up. I hope you found that informative. I hope it helps you in your buying decisions. If you're looking for a backpack in this approximate size range, I would strongly suggest it. So thanks for stopping by. I appreciate your support. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, take care. I'll see you soon.